Hello, and welcome. In today's video we are going to look into index and match function and its application in depth. Before we start the tutorial, please download the exercise file from the description, and let's start to learn together. When you need to look up information in a data table in Excel, one of the best methods is to use two functions called index and match. There are other methods of lookups, but the combination of these two formulas is considered best practice due to its flexibility and speed. First, we will understand how each of these functions work alone and then combine them. First, we will start by understanding match function. The match function is designed to help you find the first time in a list that a value shows up. The syntax for the match function is defined with three mandatory arguments, which is the search value, then lookup array, and finally the match type. The search value is the value that you are looking for in a list. The lookup array is the list that you are searching. Match type is used to indicate what kind of lookup you need. In a large majority of cases, match type will be 0, which means you only want to look for values that exactly match your search value. Use the match function in cell C4 to find name Benjamin in cells E3 to E13. It returned me value 5. Means the name Benjamin located in the fifth rows from the lookup array. Next, we are going to use the match function in cells C3 and C4 to return the location of the two customer names. So, in cell C3 enter match formula again. Lookup value is cell B3. And the lookup array will be the range from E3 to E13. Now press F4 key to log the range. Finally with the exact match. Next copy down the formula. Now it has returned the locations or row numbers for two customers mentioned in the lookup array, which is the location 5 and 8. Next step, we are going to understand the index function. The index function tells you what value is at a specific location in a list. The syntax for the index function is combined with two mandatory arguments and an optional column argument. There are additional optional values for the index function, but for now, we will focus on the simple version. Lookup array is the list that you are looking in to find a value. The row number tells you where in that list to find the value. In cell C4, use the index formula to return the order number at location 5 in cells from F3 to F13. It has returned me the order number 28. Here we have omit the column number as optional. Now if we think about the two of these functions together, we can see how they could be used in combination to look up relevant information. You can use the match function to calculate the row you're looking for. Use the match function in cell C4. And the index function to return the appropriate value. Now use the index function in cell C5 to look up the order number for customer Benjamin. The last piece of the puzzle with this lookup method is the ability to combine them into a single formula. In the index function, instead of referencing the row number in separate cell, you can use the match function in the same formula. Use a combined index match formula in cell C4 to look up the sales value for customer Benjamin. So, in cell C4, enter formula like index function. Lookup array will be the cell ranges from E3 to G13. For row number argument, use match function to locate the customer's name Benjamin. So, match. The lookup argument is cell C3, which is customer name. Then lookup array will be the name column from E3 to E13 with exact match. Finally, the return column number will be 3, where we needed the sales amount. Then close the bracket. Now it has returned the sales amount of $33,340 to customer Benjamin. You may change the customer's name. The formula will return the sales amount dynamically. As mentioned earlier, the index function has an additional use. It can also be used to find information in a horizontal data set. In addition to the elements we discussed before, index has an optional third argument to indicate the column of the information you want. In cell C5, use the index formula on the data in cells from E3 to P5 to find the value in the second row and fourth column, which has returned me 100, which is the 100th order number. Just as we did with the vertical lookup. We can use the match function in conjunction with the index function to do a horizontal lookup. In cell C3, use match to find order number in cells from E4 to E5. Then, in cell C4, use the match function to find the location of customer name Benjamin in cells from F3 to P3. Finally, use the index function in cell C5 to find the order number of customer Benjamin. So, index lookup array will be ranges from F4 to P5. Then row number. Select cell C3. Then for column number select cell C4, then close the bracket. As you can see here, we have used the index and match function to look for vertical search. And we have used index, match function. Let's see another example on how to create a single formula for horizontal and vertical lookup without separating each lookup formula. Here, in cells from D4 to D6, we can use the index and match formulas together to find the desired information about each customer. So, I will continue the formula in cell D5 first. Hence index function, array argument will be, the cell ranges from G4 to Q6. Now press F4 key to log the ranges. Then for the row argument, I will use match function to locate the sales value row. So match. The lookup value is cell B4. The lookup array is cell ranges from G4 to F6. Press F4 key to log the range again. For the column argument, again I will use match function to locate the customer name. Now close the brackets. Then we can copy down the formula for the rest of the matrix values. Now, by chasing the customer name, you can get the required matrix value for each client. Use data validation to make the customer list, so it will be easier for you to select the name quick and accurately. If you have Office 365 version, please watch my previous tutorial on how to use X-match formula for complex lookup search. So I hope this lesson was useful for you. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments on this lesson, please mention in the comments section, and make sure to like the video, and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for more future videos. Have a nice day.